Hello, I'm Bevel Mantequilla. We're trying the Phantom Fellows again, and I don't know. I don't know. I wanna like it. I did like day 2. The walk. Day 1. What's that called? It wasn't the demo. It was like the tutorial. I'm forgetting everything. The tutorial was day 1, and I was like, oh, I don't know that I'm going to like this. And then day 2, the first actual chapter, I thought, oh, thank goodness for that. I love it. Yay. And then day 3. So we're going to hope I was just having a bad time and that everything is fine and it's me, not them. I really hope. But we're going to jump in and we are going to find out. Fingers crossed. So I need to look on controls. Quick load, F7. That's what we need. Enter to restore your last quick save. Squirrel lossing. Together. Psst, Oliver. Fine, call the police. I'm not making love to any more citrus tonight. Oliver. You can't cuff me. I'm a loaf of bread. No, not the foot bath. It's my most treasured possession. Oliver. Huh? Who? What is it? The phone. Nope. It's about... No, it's not. 2. I blame you. The phone finds itself ringing. What's going on around here? I can't even sleep through the day lately. Fantastic. Well, listen, I feel you're just going to say all of this to me again in person. So how about I'll just be right here? I'll be right there. Great. Oh, and now that the spirit knows you've called on them, and they do... Whatever you do, and this is very important, if you suddenly feel a tickle or an itch, whatever you do, do not scratch it. Okay, bye. I know it's dangerous to speak to you before you've had some coffee or tea, so just grab anything you want to bring with and I will be patiently waiting. I can't speak. Don't you do that. What? Don't you high road me. I said maybe. Nope. So won't let me pick that out. Can I look in the drawers? Bunch of used pumice stones in here. Oh, and look at that. I already had D batteries. Matchbook, socks, gloves for handling a porcupine, a bottle of hydrochloric acid and a shot glass of maple syrup, and you're not going to take any of it. Nothing left in there except a single gummy bear, and I'm saving it for later. Nothing good in here, just socks for my right foot. Can't imagine I'm going to need this tonight. Plus, I'm kind of tired of carrying it around. Anyway, that's why I'm taking it with. Now he's going to stay and watch the house. No, I think that's how you get athlete's foot. Right, what's that? It's the top hat from the museum, aka the best part of the night. I'm keeping it because I feel like it's going to be a good look for me. I'm actually scared to see myself in it because I can't live up to the impossible standards of my mental image. Can't think of a single reason to have an emergency top hat with me. Just in case some real classy stuff starts popping off. Okay. Don't need to take this light. It's already mine. Sassy. I'm living here today because my big blue club loves adventure, but it also loves a lazy day at home too. Don't want to be an avalanche of falling plastic bowls in my face right now. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Just some plates. Wait a second. Oh yes, just some plates. No, because Engelbert refuses to stuff himself inside it so I can carry it around like a little genie. Don't need helmet, nor do I have any pasta, and now I'm sad about both. More of a microwave guy. Don't want to break the seal on whatever's gone bad in there. Okay, so that's all the same. Well, it's not even that year anymore. Oh, so we can't wash our hands. Okay. Oh, no, it did turn on. I turned the water on. Don't want my hands to feel like I've dried them in a public restroom's air dryer. Hand dryer. Okay. Just going to leave it on until the light bulb dies and then throw the whole thing away. Acrylic paint has a nice texture, leaving behind little peaks and valleys as the thickness of the paint ebbs and flows throughout the canvas. Touching it, I can almost feel what it's like to stand on the shoulders of a giant. Feels like it doesn't look like the picture on the box it came in. Okay. Oh, so I can just turn it on and off. Okay. Now it's just freed itself from that plaque. Let's see what its next move is. Do I have... I do. I've got two. Star Quest, Particularly Unpleasant Encounter, VHS from the movie Loon. I can't remember which one I played already. To my TV, Engelbert doesn't trust televisions, but hey, he's warming up to radios. Full colour CRT monitor. Engelbert wanted me to get an amber monochrome monitor, but that's only because it's the same colour as his memories. So that's the same as last time. Okay. We'll try the other one. Probably jam it in there, but not with that some sort of thick jelly. Okay. Is this... Did I just do the same tape twice? I can't remember if I've done the same tape twice. Oh, you may now invite people to ask you about... Okay, so this is the one I needed to do. Okay, this is the same. So we're just going to leave that on. I think I've picked up everything or interacted with everything. I turn on the tap for whatever reason. Right. Won't wash my hands after peeing at home because, let's face it, there's already trace amounts of my genitals all over this place. Honestly, the soap is probably all bloated and slimy on the bottom, and it's just made me feel dirtier. There's actually a switch on the wall for that. Okay, so you're still going to talk about it. Going to leave it because I'm not sure if it's regular wet or Engelbert wet. Won't be touching that. Don't want to sit in any me soup right now. We can close the curtains. Okay, I think apart from the clock, I think we're good. Hold it. Ugh. Let's organise. Life organises itself around your aim. Here we go. And if your aim organises your perceptions, which then decide if something is an obstacle or an opportunity. So what you see, what you do not see, your emotions, your motivations, they all exist in relation to how you orient yourself. The world is manifesting itself to you based around what you are aiming towards. So aim high and pay attention to when you feel a sense of meaning. And then if you are facing the challenges of the day, now you are pointing towards the best possible future, and in bearing your responsibilities, you are also living in the present moment. And that is the meaning, the ennoblement and the majesty of being. Is this about making my bed? I feel like this is about making my bed. Oy vey. Alright, let's go. Just please try not to embarrass me tonight. I know you heard where we're going, so none of that, oh, I must have sat in some spilled beer by accident, gobbledygook tonight. No one likes the I just want to dance kind of drunk. Beg your pardon, that beer spilled in me, and that's the gobbledygook I'm talking about. Just take a second to pull it out of your pocket, place it on the dresser, and leave it here. Ridiculous. He's pretty grumpy until he has a cup of specific tea. It's okay, Oliver coats the door with molasses for me. But yeah, that was the second fastest ice cream truck I've ever been in. None of that explains the pygmy goat with a clown nose. I know, right? Anyway, the barkeep here who called us out on the job insisted he explain everything in person. Nope, not what happened. But before he kind of stonewalled me with that, he did say something about things getting spooky at closing time. So we have a few hours to get a leg up before closing, at which time we throw one of our famous Hail Marys and pull it off. And so it was written. Hi there, you're looking for a table or a booth? Only a psychopath would choose a table over a booth. Great, right this way. Wait, sorry, I'm actually here because the owner called me regarding a paranormal disturbance. Oh, okay, you're from the Phantom Fellows. Yeah, you'll want to talk to Mickey. He's the one you talk to on the phone, and the owner. He's also our bartender, though, so it looks like you won't be choosing a booth after all. Psycho. Damn it. Anyway, I'm Tara. The kitchen just closed, but let me know if you'll need anything otherwise. Okay. Figures a pub will have a much higher risk of getting thrown up on than any other type of lightning. This wooden sculpture has an alarming amount of detail, and I'm worried for those close to who made it. What a fancy looking lady. Wait a second, is that? That is a mighty tasty looking daiquiri. It's not a daiquiri, it's poisonous milkshake. These billiard sticks sure can pocket a snooker cue. We humans all decided that specifically pool tables should have a massive grand light with like stained glass and an odd amount of detail and beauty. And if these conditions are met, we agree to billiard. Last time I tried to play pool, someone started playing montage music and then a pool cue broke itself on my back. Someone's already using it. Feels smooth and bumpy like glass nipples. I got a pool cue, by the way, and in doing so I lowered the odds of getting one broken over my back tonight. More a use of 3 or 4 thumbtacks and slap it on the wall kind of guy. Picture frames are a bit ostentatious anyway. Oh, excuse me. Can I take a drink? No, I'm not just going to take some lady's drink. But, I mean, the absolute second it is left unattended. Jones. Cobblestone. I'm so going to tell on you. Seriously? Everyone has a sister, Jones. Except no, they factually do not. Okay, see anything spooky yet? I do not find my own kind to be spooky, and I would be surprised if you still did either. I mean, it makes me nervous. Nervous how? Nervous like putting a wet bathing suit back on. Right back. I actually get that. Like hesitance that breeds anxiety. Dude, exactly. I was about to seeing ghosts for real this time. For real? Have you seen any spirits yet? No, I will tell you if I do. Unless it could be funny if I do not. I respect that. Hey, I was serious when I said that earlier. Please don't happen into a puddle of liquor tonight. I don't know if it's a you thing or a ghost thing, but you go through each stage of drunkenness in like the 4 insufferable minutes, and it then come to with no recollection of it. It's a ghost thing. The dehydration causes a drastic reduction in moisture, which produces a drunken state similar to a breather's. It all happens quite fast as our dew levels work to balance out again. Okay, well, I don't speak chemistry, so just, please stop and don't. These generic photos make the walls themselves appear to be somehow more sociable than I am. It's a younger barkeep with either Ruckus or one of the chipmunks. It's Ruckus. The photo isn't signed. Not wanting to seem unappreciative, the squirrel pretended to enjoy the vanilla cone, but deep down he was a chocolate guy and couldn't find a way to communicate that. The squirrel is using his tummy as a table for his snacks. He was years ahead of me. I don't need to take it because honesty. How could I forget it? I don't want anything that someone else probably vomited on. What do you think goes on here? It's a numbers game. This place has been open and serving long enough. Well, okay. The rare, you are right. Also, without fevers, we will become mushrooms. Alright, steady on. Oh, can I look at his sandwich? Somebody stepped on a meatball and put it in a sandwich. Clever. Hey, what are you doing? That's my burger. Alright, you're sitting right there, huh? Well, go on, take it. No, it's okay. I'll wait until you're not looking. Do you have any idea how many fatal illnesses are transmitted via contaminated food? I'm sorry, unhygienic handling of prepared food can lead to death. Do you want me to die? Geez, no, Good, because nobody came here to die. Dying breaks immersion in life. Not as much as you would think. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going for a premeditated saunter in an area I know well. Okay, well, I'm sorry for fingering your cheeseburger. Who was that guy? That's Lucas. There? I'll just rinse that off in the sink. Ah, yes, the old 2 a.m. burger bath. That takes me back. Yo, sup? Sup? I see you got some pizza there. Yeah. Pizza is tight, for sure. You got that before the kitchen closed, huh? Yeah. You should buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, why? Because you're super lucky. Oh, true. What's up with that pizza? Wait a second, what did you do to that poor pizza? What, the pineapples? No, your toppings are your business. But that... Oh, that's mayonnaise. React irrationally. I try not to judge. I really try. But when you took an innocent slice of pizza and smothered mayonnaise all over it, you made me hate you and who you probably are. You were right to say those things. Look, man, I'm not proud of this. It looks, smells and sounds horrendous. But alas, it is my muse. Nah, it's cool. I was just trying to sound theatric because pizza is my hobby. Let's get down to spooky business. Have you seen or heard anything weird, anything possibly paranormal going on in here? The only weird thing I've noticed is old barkeep over there has lost his marbles. Like in a match? What? I used to play some competitive mibs. Sometimes we'd bet our marbles when somebody knuckled down. Which, yes, that is where the term comes from probably. Have you ever played the game marbles? Like actual marbles? Nah. Yeah, probably don't bother playing marbles, the actual marbles game. Anyway, what were we talking about? Nothing. I was just realising that we're all a little quirky. That people may have been too hard on Michael, me included. And maybe I shouldn't be so quick to follow the crowd, especially when they're judging someone. Who the hell is Michael? Everyone. Whoa. Right? Wait, should I take it? What, the pizza? Yeah, sorry, I thought you gave me a come take my pizza look just now. Did I? I don't want to insist, but it did feel like it, yeah. Oh, well, sure, go ahead, man. Maybe I can convert you. Mayonnaise or not, pizza is already my holy trinity. Okay. It's all the terrible, awesome foods from the frozen aisle. But already warm and expensiver. I feel like it's weird that we haven't moved past heat metal, put food on hot metal yet. It's one of those bells that tells other people, I'm annoyed and I want attention. Ding it. Ah, satisfying. Ding it again. Ah, still satisfying. Ah, still satisfying, but also a little annoying. Mostly annoying. There's no reason to touch it, and that's why it feels so good. Just annoying. Still annoying. Does it come back? Not completely annoying. Annoying, but somehow a little satisfying again. It's coming round again. Satisfying. Wow, please stop. For whom the bell tolls, are you actually being paid to be here too? Okay, I got an achievement for dinging the bell over and 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 over. Okay. Didn't know if it felt a little weird. She's looking right at me. Super uncomfortable. Everything feels like stealing when someone else is around. She looks cool. I guess a little geeky, a little edgy, and a little pain in the ass. Hey Tara, can I ask you a few questions? I'm happy to help. Sweet, so when my break is over. Come back and try me in a few. I totally might. I don't know if this feels a little weird. She's looking right at me. Okay, so it's not going to let me do anything while she's here. Don't want to sound a fire alarm, but I will take this as the cue to use the door behind me. The classic banker's lamp. Wherever do I begin? Oh boy. The first patent for a banker's lamp was filed in 1909 and were produced and sold under the brand name Emeraldite, for emerald and light, of course. The reason for the green, you might ask? I certainly would not. The idea comes from the green eye shade, the visor thing worn by the accountants, telegraphers, coffee editors and such back in the day. The green celluloid was designed for those engaged in vision-intensive, detail-oriented occupations to lessen eye strain. I can take it from here. Early incandescent lights and even my beloved candles tended to be harsh. So yes, I remember when the idea was borrowed from eye shades and given to lamps. And for a banker's lamp to qualify as such, it must feature a brass stand, pull chain light switch, and of course green glass shade. And so, that is why many people buy banker's lights to this day and have no idea or care. That is the reason for the colour isn't to indicate class, rather than to help with eye strain. The end. Man, that was the worst. Hate me for that. I could pay 50 grand and show up too. Actually, that's not true. On either account. October. It's one of the free supplier calendars and it bums me out. Someone's important reminder. It's pretty old 286, but it looks untouched. I'd be delighted to be wrong, but the old barkeep seems like the type to call a slide projector a computer. I see. You want to get me on the technicality, but that would mean defending the barkeep. Don't be recalcitrant, Engelbert. We're in this for the long haul. And you can hate my correct usage of that, all up in silent mode. Okay, we're going to go through that again just because I was looking at the monitor instead. Looks like the town rodents have crafted their first false idol. Do we get a comment about the glowing eye? No. Unclear, but this room could benefit from a coat rack. I suddenly feel a little unwinding. Can I be real for a minute? I don't know what these do. I waited so long to ask and now I'm too old to. That was too many twos. And that made it too many twos. Touché. Whether it was by choice or not, I've dug through a lot of these. It was by choice. I took the piece of paper that looked thrown away in haste. I hope it's a regrettable diary entry and the barkeep secretly likes super bitchy. Oh, this must be the lost and found. That is very obviously someone's purse. I took the lip crayon. Why though? I've always wanted to force lipstick to be the thing that solves a case for us. And I didn't need a gum or a long con. No, it only furthers the confusion. There's like a whole rail-based system in there, and the folders have pop-up windows and tiny hooks. It's all very sophisticated and frankly gatekeepery. I'm going to give it back. I just want to hold it. I took the someone's important reminder. I doubt they'll remember what it's for anyway. Only interested in 2 calendars, and this one doesn't have talking cows or a kid and his tiger. No certificate for me. I actually find downplaying myself is better. Let them expect very little to begin with. Okay, let's see here. C. Dur for directory. Wait, hold on. Sorted. Well, anything of interest? Oh, right. No adventure games. Futile. The double pane soundproof novelty glass. Unopenable. Okay, I'm going to try and pick up this part of the floor specifically. What? Why? Because its hue is ever so slightly different to the rest of the floor, and while it's reasonably aligned with the window, it's north facing, so it avoids direct sunlight, which eliminates sun bleaching as a culprit. Oh. And there's a little scoop right there for a thumb. There it is. That went well. Hey look, hinges. There's a door in the floor. Man, we've been so overdue for a good secret passage too. Here. Architects are just not as creatively suspect as they used to be. We're probably going to need to find a crowbar or something to pry this open. Actually, forget it. It came right up. Looks like it's time to journey into adventure. Man, I wish I brought some granola with me. Granola is, statistically speaking, the most adventurous food. Ask anyone. Ask some people. Okay, ask a few select people who I've had a chance to brief beforehand. But first, adventure. Be careful! Stop! Huh? Lucas? Do you have any idea how many innocent investigation reports start out with some adventurous type who just discovered a hole in the floor? Ladders, ledges, open flooring, bridges, and the worst of them all, stairs. It's bad design. Hey now, if any one of those things is present, you couldn't have even safeguarded the risk assessment. Can you imagine how many on-site incident reports I've filed over a ladder? I mean, how could I? A lot. And they have the same ending. The person falls all the way to death. Now please, we're all just trying to have a good time, to enjoy the ride. So you do your part and don't be so cavalier when walking towards an opening in the floor. I was reaching for the lad... There. Oh well, that's just slightly less nonchalantly journey into adventure. Huzzah! Locked. This box is going out of its way to make opening it difficult. What do you need to open it? A key, a combo, 4 specific crystal gems? Too soon, man. I almost died trying to get those gems. No, I know. You stopped breathing for a few seconds. When I came to, I couldn't see the colour purple anymore. Also, it's a combination lock. Here, I'll give it a go. Combination is probably like... Didn't work, but there's only a little more than 9,900 and something possible compensation. Yeah. What's this? A 1099! The wood planks along with the instincts that keep me alive say not to go in there. But all the rest of my instincts say go for it. Why not question whether or not I am indeed a chicken? Personally, I like the chance to prove I am not a chicken. Understandable, birds that cannot fly are arguably food for other things. Well, I'm going to have to pull some planks off and I'm going to act like I'm going in there. It's pitch dark in there. It's the kind of dark that requires you to just repeat, I'm okay to yourself the entire time. The wood planks, along with the instincts that keep me alive, say not to go in there. Okay, did I accidentally click that twice? So, can I can switch to you. I do not know what is beyond the door, but Oliver is going to love it. So you're not going to go in there? You're not going to go in there, okay. I will reach into it, maybe you can at least tell what is in there. There is either nothing in there or my hand also went through what is in there. You know, you're not as useful as people would think. Okay. It is just occurring to me, we did not speak to the barman at all. I'm just on clicking on collecting everything frenzy. I think I should speak with the barkeep before I start poking around the employee-only areas. I just said we need to speak to him because we've been poking around employee-only areas. This needed to have come up before. Okay. Hello, my name is Oliver Cobblestone. We spoke on the telephone? Oh, weird. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. Let me try that again. You don't look competent. You know, sometimes it's fun just to think things instead of saying them. True, it's just that I called you regarding something dire. Can I trust that you are a professional? Professional is just something people pretend to be. But I'm uniquely positioned to excel in my field of work. Very well then. The name's Forrest. Wait, I thought it was Mickey. But you don't know me by that. You know me by Forrest, so call me that. Okay, well, nice to meet you, sir. Forrest, I want you to call me... If you want to call me Michael, well, let's just see how you do tonight first. Now it's Michael? Not now, not to you. Hopefully moving right along. Why did you call? You can eventually know me as Michael, but I assure you, we will not be on a Mickey basis anytime too soon. Look, I wasn't taking notes, so I'm just going to kind of duck and weave around directly addressing you. Now, please, why exactly did you call me out to your pub? Because my beloved... Did you hear that? Ruckus. I mean, it's just general bar ambience. I wouldn't call it commotion or No, not the disturbance, the squirrel. I'm so glad he could clarify. As if he's rummaging around right under my feet, knocking bottles around. I see, you need animal control and you meant to call the feral fellows. It actually happens a lot. No, it's my late pet squirrel, Ruckus. I can feel his presence is still here and I need you to help. I need your help because I can't bear the thought of him being in a state of unrest. And my patrons, they're all turning on me. They think I can't hear their gossip, but... Well, I'm a few short moments away from becoming the village crazy person. But I know his spirit is still here, and I have to go down with the ship because I cannot deny that. Then so be it. So I'm begging you, please, tell me if my sweet little Ruckus is okay. And help me clear my name. I will do everything I can to help you, if you answer me one question. This Ruckus, was he a good boy? The best. I'm going to familiarise myself with your establishment and I'll come chat with you with any questions. Thank you, Oliver. I'll be here obsessively cleaning because it's the only thing I feel I have control over. You get a head start. I'm going to sit here and wait for somebody to spill some beer in me. Pickles, please. Oh, I'm all out of pickles, sorry. Is this? Oh my god, I know her. Oh no. Hey Anna, I know you. Please don't walk over here. Please don't walk over here. Crap. Do not play it cool. Hey Anna, remember me? I was playing with glitter in your basement like 3 days ago. Also, I maybe have a girlfriend now, so please don't make this weird. Hello, Mr. Cobblestone. Like, if you hit on me even a little, I will not respond favourably to it. Though my self-esteem would quietly appreciate it. Plus, if you did, and even if I handle it perfectly, it could cause a fight. Right, well listen, upon hearing you made me want to go all the way home. So I think I'll just do that. Okay, well, I just hope we can remain friends. Remain? Yeah, that will be impossible. I understand. Well, hey, try not to throat punch any ghosts on the way home. So deadpan. Classic Anna. Good night, Mickey. Put this on my tab. Okay, but you don't have clearance for Mickey yet, Missy. Come on, I thought we were close. We are. Hey, you're past. Forest. But we have ways to go before Mickey. Oh, she's gone. Do you think she heard me? I think she heard me. I did. Ah, very well then. Yuck. This shake is all runny and bitter. I don't want it. But you can't always get what you don't. Okay, so I took the thing. Are we gonna look at this? Bottle of spirits, which is incredibly insensitive to Engelbert's kind. Sorry, my kind? What is that supposed to mean? You pull the lever and it vomits out beer. Have I said vomit a lot already? I'm going to say vomit a lot today. Tree's dying wish was to be carved into the likeness of its children. Okay. To be honest, after I walked away, I realised that everyone does not, in fact, have a sister. And so I really don't want to give Jones the window of opportunity to call me on that. Are we going to play pool with him? No, I would need to slap them in the face with a white glove first. It's a whole thing. Oh no, I don't billiard. Not anymore. He poked an old woman's eye half out once by accident. Yeah, but by then I'd already lost the $20 anyway. Humans all like to be able to see outside while having otherwise nothing else to do with it. Makes us feel less panicky. A little tiny bit less. So... I want to ding the bell again. Hey Tara, can I ask you a few questions? I'm happy to help. Sweet, so when my break is over. Come back and join me in a few. I totally might. Okay, so this still does not count. Let's look at the stuff we've got. It says nothing. I think it's a reminder that sometimes the perfect time to do nothing. An adult milkshake. Your car key. December 8/14. I'm actually already holding it, so someone else's burger. pizza with an emulsion of oil, egg yolk and vinegar on it. A little bit of nutmeg. Wait, no, that's pocket lint. A mouth marker. My first place trophy from the WMGS pageant. Billiard stick. Plush teddy bear. It's actually supposed to be a rabbit. Plush teddy bear with long ears. Okay. I'd like to imagine there's an alternate timeline where this would both seem logical and would work. Fine. Okay, so I can't use any of the stuff I've picked up yet. We're back down here. Just going to move this oddly placed safe out of the way real quick. Overtly warm and welcoming doorway is all boarded up. Surely you are not trying to get in there. I'd like the option. These planks on here are pretty good. I'll give it one more good tug, but I'm probably going to need a crowbar to pry it. Never mind, got it. How are you going to remove the other planks? Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Also, why are you smoking socks? I can visibly fit through with one removed. You only work hard enough not to be fired. Amen. Haven't been vaguely promised fortune and glory by going in there, so I won't. Pitch dark in there. It's a kind of dark that requires you to just repeat I'm okay to yourself the entire time. The wood planks, along with the instincts that keep me alive, say don't go in there. But all of the rest of my instincts say go for it, so why not question whether or not I am indeed a chicken? Personally, I'd like the chance to prove I am not a chicken. Understandable birds that can't fly are unarguably food for other things. The flashlight isn't for illuminating the dark. I need a regular flashlight, but I want to need a fire-based solution instead. Okay. So we're not getting anywhere. She keeps saying my break. Oh, this is somewhere I haven't been. I was right here, man. How much time has passed? I was standing in the very spot when they cut the ribbon on that fancy library classification system. Of course, that's when the fight broke out. Let's out a you're no longer alone in the room cough. There was so much blood on the frosting. And my friend, she stabbed the wrong person. Who was the right person? Perhaps it was. We were young, riding the crest of a wave, our whole lives ahead of us. That summer was supposed to change our lives forever. Then again, no one would be the same again after it, so I suppose it did. Alas, not how we had all hoped. I underestimated the importance of cake and someone lost their life for it. I think we all take cake pretty seriously. Oh my god, is there cake here? Tonight is going to be awesome if there's cake here. Forgive my forwardness, but what on earth are you going on about? Just a crazy summer. One crazy summer that changed everything, we get it. It's the only story being told in theatres right now. Listen, my name is Engelbert and my breathing half here is Oliver. Come on, we agreed to tell the next ghost that my name was Jimmy Strongbones. And we are looking for the spirit of a squirrel. Well, we were. Now I'm pretty sure we're just looking for you. He said, death by chocolate. What a ridiculous name for a cake. Such an unfortunate set of final words. Why isn't this a library? This was just a library. Perhaps a week ago, a month. I promised him I'd get a book on frequencies and vibration from him, but someone inconsiderately built a pub over my library. I really hope that we do not need your help at some point tonight. Mine? Man, that would be sweet. No. But also, yes. If Oliver here can get information about the old library from the other... He was right, though. From the other breathers, will you consider responding to the things I say? Oysters are wondrous creatures. Terrific. It really is as if a woman's flower became sentient and took to the sea. And flourished. We are all done here. Anyone who calls it a woman's flower needs to be walked away from. Tell there's so many microorganisms living on that. How many microorganisms? Well, enough to where I'm hesitant to handle it? Oh, yeah. Wait, I got one and it's about sea monkeys. That boat has already set sail. It's not manishwish, which is one kind of wine I can name drop to sound cool or edgy, and boy do you. Type of drinking glass goes well with some classy cufflinks and a sly smile. Refuse to look at this one bottle in particular. It's the shorter, more ambitious box of the two on offer. This box is leaned back in the shadows, making it the more suspect of the two boxes. Serving trays both hold a bunch of food and make it look fancy. It's a good look for humans. We're on that day. Both a light switch and a tiny gold mirror. Folding chairs are great for when you don't want to commit to having a chair but want one in case of emergency guests. That tap wasn't screwed on, I'd take it and shove it in a watermelon. And you know, the liquid in these tastes like it's been sitting in a soggy old wood too. Right. Get me some gigantic googly eyes so I can make a chair puppet and we'll talk. No, who knows how long it's been sitting in that old tree. You have to sell it to me with a cool name, tonic or grog, to get me to drink it. While I'd enjoy the chaos, Engelbert is just looking for an excuse to become a handful tonight. So no. Do it. Got it. It's a bussing towel, which means it is and always has been slightly damp. Don't want my hands to feel like I just dried them with public restrooms airdryer. Gonna pass on the strategically stale grape juice. Took the glass because honestly I'd like to start having guests over again. I'm gonna just end up sitting on it. Maybe if I dispose of the napkins, disassemble the dispenser and remove the spring inside, I could then use the spring to fidget with in my pocket. Nah, now I'm bored of that idea. No thanks, something about carbonated wet bread just isn't my favour. I only want the label, no way I'll peel it off. Now that box has a get your hands off me kind of demeanour. Has a lot more plates, which is exciting if I was to break them. No. Can't walk around with an empty bowl without begging for porridge. A tray could actually be a good multifunctional thing to have on me. Never mind, the metal was cold. Alright, first I'll just scooch this over a foot off Ree. I'm holding this. Why am I holding this? Why am I holding this? Where am I putting it? I know I want to give up and try and force it through, but there's just one more keg to move. Out of two. And now I'll just move this one to the side. Well, I don't know what to do with it, so I'll leave it. Actually, wait, I'm taking it. Fine, but you should show that to the barkeep. See what he knows about it. Now, if I pick it, it'll never heal. Okay. A rocks glass. Some sort of bonkers contraption. Okay. Level with me. Have you noticed anything strange going on lately? Constantly. I work in a bar on Earth. Well, not so much alive strange, but like dead strange. You mean paranormal? Probably. Do you ever notice that most bars claim to be haunted? I don't go to many bars. I'm more of a hydrator than a drinker. Besides, whenever I get invited somewhere, it's because someone thinks the place is haunted. Well then, how often is it actually haunted? Enough to keep me in business, maybe. Well, it strikes me that anytime somebody doesn't understand an experience, they're quick to attribute it to the supernatural. It's a kind of claim that requires no further investigation on their part. I'm a big maker of those claims. I say do the research and look into the history of the building. You might end up finding cause for the heaps of structural integrity issues it has, issues that led to uneven and shifting surfaces. Or you can just say ghost squirrel did it. What about integrity now? That part about structures integrity, is that true? Actually, yeah, I did some research on the old buildings in Elderbury and fell into a deep rabbit hole. What did you find deep in this rabbit's hole? Two things. One, the Museum of Illusions building has absolutely no records attached to it and was just built perfectly over a magnetic anomaly. And two, considering what's under this building, it's a wonder that it's still standing at all. Long story. So what's the short story long? Well, going way back, this plot of land was the first church in the village. The church had catacombs underneath it, and they weren't trivial either. Their design was inspired by the Odessa catacombs. I'm not sure, but I suspect the catacombs predate even the church. Pretty intense, right? No, yeah, that's crazy. Eventually, as the village grew into a town, they needed bigger church, so this building was repurposed as the town's library. So this building was a book house. It was, until it fell on hard times. That's when entrepreneur Forrest's grandfather actually bought it and turned it into a public house, which is this building as we know it today. Awesome. I mean, that's generous, but okay, useful. That's useful. Obviously, when did the pub first open its doors? Turn of the century. I think it opened 1901, give or take. Ghost squirrel! So I take it you're not team ghost squirrel. Whether in life or death, Mickey has always been obsessed with his pet squirrel. And when he first started suggesting little ruckus was still hanging around here, everybody thought it was cute. But as time went on, it became less playful and a little weird, and eventually you couldn't drop a glass without him insisting it was ruckus. I care about Mickey, so I do worry that after the bottles falling last night, he might not ever come back. So what's up with underground catacombs? They are still here under the building, which means the foundations isn't solid at all. Records show some major renovations were done in the 1920s. I believe that was an attempt to fortify the building. While I'm sure it helped, the fact remains that this is a very old, very foundationally wood building sitting on top of a man-made cave. So you're saying, of course, things shift or move around sometimes. We're in an old creaky building on top of hollow ground. I'm saying far more logical of a conclusion to jump to, yes. Like, of course, there's more and more incidents. The building is degrading more and more with time. Museum anomaly? I love a good sidetracking, but can you give me a quick 101 on what you learned about the museum? Sure, but what's most fascinating is how little I was able to learn about the museum considering how much I dug. While there isn't a single official record belonging to it, it has been there for as far back as any external records can reflect, and that makes its architecture a complete phenomenon. Just a little more on, well, it's considered with these It's constructed with these giant solid slabs of leather granite, a unique type not found in Colorado, mind you. So that begs dozens of logistical questions. Then it perfectly covers local magnetic anomaly, aligned so seamlessly it's hard to believe it wasn't done so on purpose. Yet it couldn't have been on purpose without modern technology. Then there's the matter of the faultless 90-degree... I'm going to go ahead and want you to stop there. This is like overwriting the stuff I need to know about tonight's case, so... No, that's fair. You're trying to work on a case and I get carried away. Yeah, no, I asked for more and it's great. Actually, I would have loved to have heard all this literally yesterday, but yeah, gotta tap out. I might be back to do a question session with you later. Okay, yeah. So she's not in there now. Can I go in there? And touch stuff. It's a bug zapper, an unfortunate part of a lot of kitchens in the west and the south. Maybe even the north and the east too. Maybe the north in the east, not the south. I don't know. Point is, the UV light gives the bugs like a warm hugs and then they don't bother anyone anymore. Shocking, accidentally and eventually accurate. I can see the head of a fish pressed up against a bag in there. I'm realising now that fish eyes were kind of designed to make them look dead, stuffed up against a bag. Neat, they made this pot out of pennies. Took the copper pot because it's now my super fancy extra large cereal bowl with handle. Actually, do they have a ladle in here? Ladle is a fun word to say several times in a row. Ladle, 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 ladle. I beat you to it. It would seem I'm forced to concur. Oh, clicking on this one opens this one. Okay, fine. Oh, do I want to fill up my glass with water? I lack the resolve and ambition to make this work. Oh, fine then. I don't. Fine. Unnecessarily sharp. Easily obtainable. And those are few small details about it. I pushed the button, I pushed it real good. Angry, bitey little plates. Is there anything I want to put on top of it? Rag that is slightly wet for 3 years now. Rocks, glass. Oh, can I put... Oh, maybe... Can I put water in that? Okay, I filled it with a little too much water, instantly creating a stressful environment. It's ready to hold both food and water as well as get real hot. I don't know why I'm boiling water. First I need the what goes in my mouth part and to put that in the pot. Then I'll cook something for some reason. No. I'm just trying everything. Okay. Okay, so I don't have anything that goes in there. Okay, Don't have anything to cook in the pot yet. Yeah, but the yellow box is ever so slightly in the way. I took the box of spaghetti because, well, something on this shelf was getting got. Actually, I'm going to pass on the cereal. I'm more of a salty mood than a sweet one. I don't even know what it is, and I'm suddenly very discerning, I decided. No, that jar always gets the last laugh. I already have one at home. Okay. You stole it from that poor hippopotamus helper when we worked there. The haunted hippo case, I know. I had that hippo's pinky toe now lodged in my thigh for 3 winters. Seasons changed. Anyway, the first part is true. I do have one at home. So am I making pasta? I'm making pasta apparently. Don't know why. I know I had a reason to stop everything and make spaghetti, but like I totally forgot it. I'm quite fond of spontaneous spaghetti. Alright, pasta is cooking and I set a timer on the boil. It's going to tell me when it's somewhere around not quite done and ruined. The pasta is beginning to bubble and dance around. It's a very wiggly affair. Okay, so we're cooking spaghetti for something. We're going back to the guy to ask about library. You did have other dialogue options. Level with me. Have you noticed anything strange going on lately? Constantly, I work in a bar on Earth. Okay, so this is the conversation I've already had. Okay. The guy's gone. Oh, new guy. He looks like he brings his own bowling ball. Dad noise number 137 indicates brother disregard. Would you mind sharing some details on the paranormal activity you've witnessed? It's mostly just been a gut feeling, a presence, but sometimes I hear bizarre noises coming from beneath the bar here, which doesn't make sense because this pub doesn't have a basement. Anyway, last night for the first time I finally saw something tangible. I love oranges. What did you see? I was alone in the pub, the doors locked, when I heard a bottle behind me slide a bit. I turned to look and with my own eyes I saw 2 bottles fall off the shelf and shatter on the ground. I jumped at the chance to call you out. I know if I'm to restore faith in my patrons that any evidence has come from someone else, someone reputable. If I had called you sooner, just on my gut feelings, it would have only made me look more crazy. How long has this been going on for? How long have you felt Ruckus is present for? Ever since he passed, a couple of months now. How did Ruckus pass? I'm sorry if I haven't asked this, but it often helps with the case. How did Ruckus die? I understand. Ruckus was very old for a squirrel. In fact, he was with me for 11 of the best years of my life. So we both knew the time was close, but the way he died, it was worse than I could have imagined. He died. Alone. Waiting for me. Each night after closing, I would set out his feeding contraption, just something silly I made for him. He would operate it, gather the acorns and come sit on my lap. He would eat his nuts while I enjoyed a bowl of cereal, and together we would watch the sunrise. Nice, cereal is tight. The night he passed, there had been a fight in the pub. I was here late giving a report to the police, and I didn't get a chance to set his contraption out for him yet. By the time the police left, the sun was already rising. I rushed to our spot because we never missed a sunrise together, but when I called him over to me, he didn't come. So I ran back inside and found him collapsed on the floor where the contraption should have been. I scooped him up into my arms and sang "You Are My Sunshine" to him, how he likes, but he was already gone. This is devastating. Sniffles, but only because of allergies. He sounded like a really good little guy. I wish I had gotten a chance to meet him. Contraption. You said your end of day ritual was to bring out a contraption that Ruckus would use to get food. So basically what and why, followed by where and cool. I built Ruckus an acorn disbursement system for his 3rd birthday. He loved that thing. Every night at closing time I'd take it out, set it up just past the billiards table there and drop a few acorns in it. He'd operate it, stuff his cheeks and follow me out to watch the sunrise. Interesting, so you'd whip out the old ADS each night before watching the sunrise. Was this every night? Religiously. How so? No, I mean like clockwork, every single day. Okay, so you guys sound absolutely adorable. Well, we did have matching sweaters. What's up with the pub? What can you tell me about this charming, if not for the people, pub? Ah, she's got good bones, this one. My grandpappy built this with some of his own hand some 90 years ago. He ran this place for 30 years, keeping bellies full and cheeks rosy. That is until one autumnal day when he walked in here for work and never walked out. Sadly and curiously, he was never seen again. His keys, jacket, even his till was still here at the pub. It was as if he vanished. A shame for my folks. There was a big old life insurance policy left for them, but they never could prove his death. Anyway, my father then ran it for 40 years and handed it off to my brother, who politely declined to take over the business. Then he handed it off to me, his obviously second favourite son. Underground room. Are you aware of the underground room or shelter or whatever? It's under your office. Yeah, I think it's an old panic room. A panic room? Is that like somewhere to go if you want some anxiety? No, it's where you go in a panic, not to become panicked. I suppose to be a safe place to hide in a catastrophe. I don't know much about it. I went down there twice. Once to see it and a second time to clean it. I do know that this building has stood since before the First World War, so I imagine it was put there as a precaution. War, yuck. Again, I don't know the full story. If you need it, ask Tara. She's the curious one. I'm going to get back to what is arguably work. Say, if you came across the old feeding contraption, bring it to me so I can have a look at it. It'd be nice to reminisce with it for a minute. Of course. So I'm assuming this is a feeding contraption. What is this? Ah, there it is, the old acorn disbursement. I want to say distribution. Disbursement system. Oh, so this is what an ADS looks like. Yeah, that's it. You see, first I'd get some fresh acorns from the old oak tree and load it up with them. Once the nuts were in it, I'd just pull the belt around the lever to restart it. Okay, great. Can I have your belt then? No, the drive belt. Oh, it's gone. A drive belt wrapped around the propeller, through the spools, then over the lever. Ruckus would spin the propeller and, well, no matter now. But once I set it out, Ruckus knew what to do. I'd tell you that. Okay. I don't have anything that we can use to be a belt. Okay. So you're not giving me anything. Right. These mushrooms have been thrown up on. The dodgy squirrel. I don't know if this explains the giant squirrel or the giant squirrel explains this. No, because recently I tried to use these as a makeshift light and it didn't work. Some of the mushrooms absorbed into his bloodstream from being in his sweaty pocket for too long. I threw up at geometric shapes and then peed someone else's pants. Oh, I think these are acorns, yes? These are by far the most well-dressed nuts I've ever seen. I mean, look at them. They've got little stylish hats and they're killing it in these autumn colours. Okay, yeah, I want them. pine, cedar and other holiday looking trees. Got some sidewalk nuts. Acorns maybe. The way you just said that make me think you do not know how to spell acorns. Are there more this way? No. So can I put them in there? Okay, these nuts are in the box. Got to put a drive belt on this and then it will be rebuilt. Okay. So what did the spirit say? I'm not sure any of it matters. Forgive me, I know I'm being laconic. It's just, well, he took a lot out of me. I think he spent too much time alone, buried in books. Everything he said was either needlessly cryptic or unnecessarily romanticized. He sounds dreamy. Like, I bet I could fix him, you know. Honestly, I wish you would. And what did he look like? Like a pirate that has never seen the ocean. What do I need to know? You volunteered me to talk to someone about something, so, you know, give me some direction here, champ. Right, I need you to find something out for me, for him. What, did his cryptic nature rub off on you? Spit it out, man. Sorry, I'm just wondering how the cake killed a man with his knife. So who was wielding a knife? The man or the cake? She was. Okay, yeah, I'm not awake enough for this, man. Just what question am I trying to find out here? Okay, yes, we need to find out if this pub used to be a library and when it became a pub. Tara told me it used to be a library, but Barkeep's grandfather bought it and turned into a pub in 1901. Right, very well then, good work. Besides, lots of things used to be other things, why does it matter? Because if we tell him what happened to his library, he'll probably still will not help us with anything. Wait, was that a why I should? Because it sounded like a why I shouldn't. I mean, it is lottery odds, but we are already here, so why not? I've never had a retort for well-placed why not. So I guess all the ruckus the barkeep noticed wasn't Ruckus the squirrel, alright? It would appear not. It seems Lars helped Forrest's imagination run away from him. Poor little barkeep. I was really rooting for him too. How do we tell him? I feel like reporting back anything other than we found Ruckus is going to break him and get us kicked out with no pay. Good point. But I don't want to lie to him. People never lie for money. Like, that's our one rule. Let us continue working things out with Lars and reconvene with how to proceed later. So the plan is, make a plan later. Yes, love it. Okay. You know that bar... Hold on. You know that barkeep really showed me up back there. I can't wait to hear how. He's flaunting his billycock as if it was the only one who could wear one. So many questions. I just cannot believe he thinks he can pull off the look. Catty Engelbert is my favourite Engelbert. Who's Billy and how is the barkeep flaunting his derby? That's also a word I've heard before, yes. His bowler hat. It's my signature look. Oh my god, you are so cute. You're actually being competitive because he's wearing the same hat as you. Hardly a competition. Nary, I go as far to say it's nary a competition. Sure you could force it for the occasion, thank you. So this is the same conversation. So this isn't different. Okay, this is the same. Okay. Talk to you again. Yo, sup? Okay. That's the same. Seen or heard anything weird, paranormal. Only weird thing I've noticed, old barkeep over there lost his marbles. Okay, so this is the same. Okay. Squirrel looks like he's making sure I don't step on its lawn. So, are we going to talk to the guy again? Hello there. You know, I did not get your name. Never should have shared my notes with Charles. Okay, so this is the exact. This is the same, yeah? I murdered one of the 3 blind mice. Oh my god, that was you? So you must be Lars. Indeed, I must be, and so indeed I am. Pleased to meet you though. I come bearing information. Well, Lars, we have been able to learn about the fate of your library. Yes, that's why I walked into this room. Tell me, where are my books? Unfortunately, the world is grim. While yes, this was at one time a library, that time ran up to the turn of the 20th century. And where are we now again? The opposite end of that very century. It can't be. It feels like much less time has passed than that. Or does it feel like much more time has passed than that? Well, it's one of those two extremes. Lars, I cannot stop thinking about your story, what with the death and the cake and the vague hint of betrayal. Just for closure, how exactly did a man die by underestimating cake? And was he the same person who was stabbed? Who is to say, really? You. You are very much to say. Ask him if the guy was stabbed by the cake. Man, that would be an awesome twist. Lars, it really would be. Lars, was the man stabbed by a cake somehow? Please say yes. The real question to ask is, whatever became of those kids? What kids? The ones whose lives would never be the same. The ones from that one summer, that one crazy summer. Seriously, that changed everything. Looking for a book? Said you've been looking for a book for someone, perhaps I could help. Yes, I was speaking with a man named C. Alright, with a particular gentleman. I ran in through him next near the pretzel shop sometime in the last few days or years, and he had some interesting ideas. The pretzel shop, was that Rod's Wrong? Yeah, I recall the name evoked the thought of both a pretzel rod and the owner's penis. Yes, I actually reside right next to it. They make a nice dry pretzel. I miss being dry. Anywho, we had been discussing, well, all that matters. He was looking for a book that was intimately familiar with. A book on frequency and vibration. A book that was supposed to be right here. Why the frequency book? Forgive my asking, but my curiosity has piqued. What does such a gentleman need with this book? Why does your search for it seem desperate? His mind, it was like a carnival, and I spent some time on the carousel within. What I saw was frightening yet riveting. What did you see? Unbridled potential. Catacombs. We've also learned that a stretch of catacombs run through this property. In fact, the library was built right over it. Fitting that an old library burial ground crosses paths with the home of the forgotten dead. While it's not a guarantee, it might not be terribly implausible to suspect that some of the books may have been disregarded in the catacombs. So you're saying the book I seek could still be found? Perhaps. I did see what I believe to be an entrance to the catacombs. Perhaps I can send Oliver in to have a look for you. Tell you what, we will do what we can to assist you, but first you must agree to help us. The barkeep here thinks his deceased pet squirrel is haunting the pub. Now I'm pretty sure he is mistaking yourself for his squirrel, but I would like to confirm. So we will search for your book if you simply tell us, have you seen a squirrel in or around this establishment? Deal? Deal. Wonderful. For my end, I promise now to search the catacombs for this book on frequencies and vibration. And on my end, to help with the squirrel. Great. Great. So, Oh. No, I have not seen it anywhere. Great. Your turn. Okay. What's all this about honeycomb with a book in it? Catacombs. You're always on a knife's edge when trying to make sense. Oh yeah, Tara mentioned that earlier. What exactly is it? Catacombs are subterranean seminaries. It's like an underground school, except with a real happy vibe. Fun! So fun. In fact, I'm gonna let you go in and grab a book for us. Just me? I feel like you went out of your way to indicate I'm going in alone. Also, I know it isn't going to be at all fun because you always exclaim when you're manipulating me. The jig is up, fine, I will reason with you. The catacombs are often cemeteries, burial grounds. You know, it's not the lie that hurts, it's the lack of truth that does. This sounds like something you'd be into, an underground graveyard. Why aren't you coming with me? Look, I do not wish to bump through anyone I knew from around here. So what kind of book am I looking for? I get to find another book. Yay. You know, this is why I don't read the things. I got to see them all day at work. Please do not ever take a swing at office humour again. That's fair. Alright, what am I looking for in there? There's a book on... Oh man, I hope it's a choose your own adventure book. A book on... It's just, I'm real good at choosing between three things. It's a book on frequencies and vibration. I'm not sure of much else. I could say frequency and or vibration on it in a language. As for what it looks like, well, it will look old and dusty and is probably brown. Okay. We'll be Oliver again. So we're going in here. And down here. Alright, I guess I'll have to look what's in here. God, I hope there's no moose in here. I hate moose. Honestly, moose hate you. And you earned that. Thank you for recognizing that. Stop! Don't do it! Lucas? How? You could fall into a precipice or more likely a chasm. Statistically speaking, there are twice as many chasms in a dark cave compared to a lit one. And did you know that stalactites and stalagmites can easily pierce vital organs? Imagine dying because crystallized amber is lodged in your chest. I don't know enough to imagine that. You see, when you pack... Rats. Can you just maybe toss that up here? You know, I do have time for this. When pack rat urine crystallizes in a cave, it forms... Forget it. The point is less shooting from the hip and more being careful. Got it? Sure, just one sincere question. And remember, if you have to go in there, do not go without sufficient lighting. I cannot stress the light part enough. Do not go in there blind. Now, we're all going to proceed with enjoying our evening, and you do your part and stay alive. If that's what a guardian angel is, I don't want one. So... Yeah, there's nothing I can... I mean, you wouldn't let me use that as a torch. We'll try it again. Do not touch me with that. Yeah, see? Don't want my hands to feel like that. You sure? Lucas did have a point. You should find some decent lighting before you go in there. Oh, you too now, huh? Great. Look, if you want to go in, go for it. I said the thing I had to say to feel less to no guilt. So, is there a torch anywhere? Can I take this? I can turn it on and turn it off. I cannot take it with me. The water has arrived at a boil. Nobody asked for this. My achievement is nobody asked for this. I feel incredibly accomplished right now. Pasta is done. It smells. Overly dramatic nasal inhale. Softer. And wetter. I'm going to take it with me in case we need any emergency noodles later. Pasta is not noodles. They are two different things. It's why there's two different names. Spaghetti and noodles. Pasta, noodles. They're different things. I don't get why they call any kind of pasta noodles. If you put actual noodles, East Asian noodles, in a pasta sauce, an Italian tomato sauce, you can tell this is not right. It's because they're not the same thing. My nerve endings. Is there anything I can set on fire? Is there anything I can... Got a real can't do attitude about this. No, that doesn't even do it. Huh. Oh, is this what I need for the is this what I need for the safe? I've already forgotten what it was. Let's have a look. Okay. 0814. Is it supposed to be longer than that? Because it says December, doesn't it? Wow. What? It's just worked. Okay, so it was supposed to be longer than that. Date on the paper was somehow the combination. What? Why? No idea. I usually hate everything on myself, but by the time we get the safe open... Yes, that's me. I usually hate everything on myself by the time I get a safe open. Well, what's inside of it? I assume it's at least empty. Dude. It's a floppy disk with, I think, an adventure game on it. Why would it be locked in a safe under a pub in a bomb shelter? Because it's an adventure game? Duh. I'm not closing it. It's the last safe I closed. I locked my keys inside myself. That was the most efficient I've ever been getting an entire room to turn on me. So we've got a floppy disk. Patrol Quest. An adventure game starring a police officer Keith Robinson and his sidekick Sonny Blondes. Okay, so can I put it in your computer? Or does it have to go in my computer? I'll wait till I get home so I can copy the disc to my sweet new 80 megabyte hard drive. Give it to the old X-Copy ES nerd. Wait, I forgot why I took this out of my pocket. Right. What are we doing about light then? Oh, I got spaghetti on its own. Angel hair pasta. One technically copper pot. I managed to separate them. Who knew? So there's nothing. I think it's a reminder. Sometimes it's a perfect time to do nothing. Guess I can smash them together. Okay, I thought maybe rubbing the lipstick over the note did something. Weird and no. Okay, so it's not that. Well, I'm stuck now. Lars is booking some honey. So am I just supposed to go in there? He said I can go in there in the dark. It makes it sound like I really do need to have light. What's the worst that can happen? What? Why would you say such a... Oh wow, it's so soft. Oliver? Ow. Cobblestone, are you okay? Yeah, that was surprisingly close though. Jeez Louise, imagine dying within almost sight of you still. Although, it suddenly kind of tastes bad. What do you mean, what suddenly tastes bad? I don't know, everything. Actually, everything feels a bit like it did in the sort... Oh no! Ah, Engelbert. You went to the wrong light. Day 4 death. Lucas is going to be so mad. Rewind. Okay, so we can't go in there. We have to have a light. So he said he would set it up by the table. On first thought, no. Okay, so it's not that. I think I'm supposed to be able to do it without leaving the location. Do you know if this building used to be a library? Honestly, not sure. Never been much of a word reader myself. You said that you read specifically something else, though. Ask Tara. She's more historically nosy than I am. And when we spoke to her, she just gave us the same information. The street lamp or lamplight is modelled to look like the original gas lights first installed in London in the early 19th century. Now, something that gets lost in recollection of these lights is that illumination from early gas street lamps was only that of a modern 25-watt bulb. What's both interesting and gross is that the distance between street lamps contained such utter darkness that they were often a hotspot for bodily fluids and debauchery. I actually lost my virginity between street lamps during a new moon. I arguably lost both my virginities that night. Maybe if I was singing or it was raining. Am I supposed to be setting this on fire? Got a real can't do attitude about it. Oh, yes. Okay, I am wrapping that around it. Okay. Might burn, but I can't stand the thought of a milky fire. So I need to pull Q on its way to becoming something bigger than itself. I need to make it flammable. So maybe I can order something at the bar now. Just kind of woke up. I'll see if somewhere the barkeep won't notice missing. Might take it in case I suffer a large laceration tonight. 50-50 chance. So I can't buy a flammable spirit. Maybe where that keg was, maybe in that room, I can now get something to make it flammable. Or maybe I can light it on the... Mind you, will it not let me... We can try lighting it on the stove. I don't think it'll let me light it on the stove. But well, how is the pot back here? Pasta's done. It smells. Oh, is this because I died? Did it take my spaghetti away from me? It took my spaghetti away from me when I died, maybe. Oh, I'm supposed to be quick saving. That's probably what's going on there. Okay. Can I light this on the stove or dry it out on the stove? Good idea. But I should put flammable fluid on the towel to preserve it. Anything except alcohol, though. Okay, fine, alcohol. That's what I wanted to do. So I still need to find alcohol first. So that's separated again. We'll do another save. Okay, alcohol. Old school green glass. The bottle looks like tiny architecture. I don't want it. But I just need to set fire to my fucking thing. Leave those don't know how to get the bung off the hole anyway. Enjoy the chaos. How do I do it? How do I make it? I'm stuck now. How do I make it alcoholic? I can't pick up any alcohol anywhere. Can I hit it? Yeah. You don't have any alcohol. How do I do this? I don't know how I soak the rag. I reckon she's just going to talk the same shit again. Yeah, that's the same conversation. Couple of old fashions, rocks glass, lowball, cup, half size cups, bottle of obnoxious beer, terrier wearing houndstooth scarf on the label, bottle of Cristal, which is the current trend status symbol bottle. Everyone knows you paid for it, and hey, maybe she's impressed. Let's see. Bottle of bourbon, which is sweeter than whiskey, and by sweet I mean nothing about either of them is remotely sweet, and your instincts will beg you not to swallow regardless. Bottle of tequila with no worm in it, because honestly, who was that even for? Not the worm, that's who. Bottle of red wine. Bottle of spirits, which is incredibly insensitive to Engelbert's type. Glitzy bottle, which means it's expensive and it'll give you a headache expensively. Something written in overly fancy cursive, can't read from anywhere. Bottle of expired grape juice, same thing. Bottle of vodka, because someone once drank a year-old potato juice, didn't die, and said, I'll try some of that poisonous potato juice, you'll love it. And they did. The end. Bottle of hate yourself in the morning. I kind of just woke up, I'll pass. See one somewhere the barkeep won't notice it missing. Maybe I'll take it in case I suffer a large laceration tonight. So I can't buy any of them. He's just saying no to everything. I can't buy it from him. What's this arrow about? Don't want to mess with it. If I turn it around, everyone might just subconsciously listen to it and walk out the door. Touched it was just a surface encounter. A little more blatantly theft that I prefer, but I'm sure I maybe possibly have a reason. I'll find a reason. I'll find something if I want to buy. No, I already took one. Don't want to say. Okay, so that's That's money? Am I buying it? Am I buying it from him? Because I'll actually get paid by him. Got a real can't do attitude about it. Why do I need money? Why do I have money now? I can't buy anything. Oh! This is new! What are you doing? The entire point of billiards is to use a cue on the balls. It's like crazy easy, you know, just to use my hand. I mean, for real, I'm working a case here. Can't be all, oh look, a pool table, you should drop everything and play a mini game of pool. This is my livelihood. Now please, I'm a very serious man. Okay, so I need to take the cue, which is now got a thing on the end of it. Oh yeah, I already took one. Remembering is hard. It doesn't let me... Last time I tried to play pool, someone started playing montage music and then a pool once broke itself across my back. It doesn't let you access it. Maybe before I put a rag around it. Maybe before I put a rag around it, it lets you do it. Okay, maybe that's something you can do before you put a rag around it. And I lost that opportunity. Okay. Feels lonely. Perhaps I should rest upon, if only for a moment, because it's better to have loved and lost than to have... Oh my god, is that a squirrel eating ice cream in the next room? I'm good. Punxsutawney Phil is a dick. Now from experience I can say drawings of marmots messes with my house's feng shui. More of a 3 out of 4 thumbtacks and slap it on a wall kind of guy. Picture frames are a bit ostentatious anyway. There, now looks like a large-handed child smudged it. I'm stuck. I don't know how to get alcohol on the end of my rag. Nothing's letting me get alcohol on the end of my rag. Window doesn't open or want me to touch it. Good. Don't really feel like getting hit with any bear mace right now. She's just gonna say the same shit, isn't she? Yeah. So can I give the spaghetti to him? Just got this thing. Spaghetti on top of the pizza? Weird, no. In the burger? Is this just a thing that I've got now? I'm stuck. I cannot work out how I'm supposed to get alcohol on the end of my stick. On the end of this. I worked out how to set it on fire once there's alcohol on it. What's the cocktail about? might burn, can't stand the thought of a milky fire. No, I just got this thing. Somebody laced it with something, feels nice against my skin. Okay, so I can't... Yeah, that doesn't work. Barkeep, what say you? Well, since you're helping me out, let me get you a water. A water, yeah. The only free menu item. Yeah. Fine, but I'm keeping the glass. Deal's off. I thought then for a second, had I accidentally stumbled upon... getting booze. So do I use... do I sit on the stool with the money? Do I sit on the stool with the money? First thought, no. No, okay. I'm trying to be logical here. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm stuck. We're going to have to look it up. Quit. Let myself do a reset and then maybe try again. Hey, Topanga. I did get quite a lot done by myself, but being stuck with how to soak that rag so I can light it, and then trying to look up that one thing, and it's not just that you do this. You have to read I don't want to. You have to read every detail of what you do in this chapter. I just want that one thing. And because of you could use this and do those, you could do this and do that. This is an achievement. Fuck the achievements. Just tell me how I can light the rag. That's all I want to know. And I don't like that you're supposed to be able to do it without leaving the location. But it's kind of made... It's clearly not impossible to do it without leaving the location. But can there be a you don't leave the location walkthrough? I've got to the point where do I even want to finish this chapter? And if I do come back and finish this chapter, do I want to play anymore? Because it's annoying me. It's annoying me. And this is supposed to be fun. I don't want to have to go every day of this, every chapter of this. I don't want to have to go back to every previous location and look at everything in case there's some obscure piece of shit that I can grab. Just have it be at the fucking location. I'm in a pub and I have money, but you couldn't give me alcohol. I'm in a cellar with alcohol on the walls and you won't douse the rag in it. Fucking moon logic up your fucking ass. What is that? I am angry and I'm stopping. Goodbye.